I'm Melissa.
I'm Jillian.
And I'm David.
And we're Disabled Disney. I'm Melissa.
I'm Dylan.
And I'm David.
And welcome to our Vlogust challenge. I was challenged to have a vlog every day in August. So here is episode 1 for our Vlogust, which is...
The Phantom Menace.
Intro to Disney.
Yes, so we're calling this Intro to Disney. Episode 1 is all about Walt.
Walt.
Wait. So episode 1's not The Phantom Menace?
No. Episode 1 is all about Walt.
Walt, as in Walt Disney?
Walt Disney. His full name is Walter Elias Disney. He was born December 5th, 1901 to Elias and Flora Disney.
So, wait. His middle name is his father's first name?
Yes. A lot of people are like that. His siblings are Herbert, Raymond, Roy, and Ruth.
That's a lot of ours.
And when he was a kid, him and Roy had to go out delivering newspapers on his dad's newspaper route that he owned. And so he learned how to work really hard from a young age. Now it would be considered child slave labor and is illegal, what he did.
You mean what you and your brother did?
No, we didn't have... They had to walk, sometimes in the snow, twice a day, in the morning and the evening, to go deliver the papers.
I mean...
That's what people who kids in Ohio had to do on their paper routes when I was growing up.
Yeah. But now it's considered like child slave labor. Although there's no such thing as newspapers pretty much anymore, so...
I've seen newspapers.
They don't like newspapers anymore because of the fact that then, it's in print and it's harder to do fake news that way.
That and it kills the trees. That's also a new thing.
No, we had killing the trees in the 80s. I got news for you. In 1918, he tried to join the army, but he was too young.
Aw.
So they wouldn't let him. So instead, he joined the American Red Cross to try to fight, or to try to help in World War I. He became an ambulance driver and was sent to France, but by then, pretty much it was over, and so he didn't really do a whole lot.
At least he tried. We gotta give him props for that.
Definitely tried. So by the time he was 18, he was a commercial illustrator. He loved to draw. He learned how to draw when he was young in elementary school. And so he was destined, honestly, to become an animator. When he did. He became an animator, worked for multiple animation companies, started a few of his own animation studios. And he developed Oswald the Lucky Rabbit.
Wasn't he a mouse though?
No.
No, he was a rabbit.
He was a rabbit.
Nope.
I'm confused.
No, he was Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. And then Universal stole, essentially, Oswald from him, the rights to Oswald.
Well,
Bad Universal.
No.
He had a contract.
He was working for Universal when he did it, because of the contract, it was technically theirs. They didn't actually steal anything.
Well, the way he says it, they stole it. He did have a contract where apparently they owned all of his intellectual property and stuff that he did. So
until they fired him.
Yeah, and then he got fired. So him and his brother in the early 1920s moved out to California and started the Disney Brothers Studio, which now we know is the Walt Disney Corporation.
I bet Universal's kicking themselves now for this.
I bet Universal kicked themselves a long time ago. He hired an animator that he knew from his previous animation jobs called Ub Iwerks. And in association with Ub, he finalized Mickey Mouse, who we all know and love. In 1925, Walt hired an ink artist named Lillian Bonds in early 1925. They fell in love, and in July of that year,
wed was wed.
They got married. Walt and Lillian, who is the inspiration behind the Lily Bell car of the Disneyland Railroad at Disneyland.
Oh.
And was the love of Walt's life. Aww. They had 2 daughters, Diane and Sharon. Sharon was adopted, but the Disneys didn't see her as adopted. She was their child, and that's how they raised their 2 girls. He did try to keep them out of the public eye, so there wasn't a lot of photography or anything available of the girls when they were little, which I understand, especially in this day and age, you know, when, like, this stuff is everywhere. In 1934, Walt decided he was done with the shorts, and he wanted to do a feature-length animated movie.
Is this Snow White?
Pants.
This is Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs.
Yes.
Which everyone in Hollywood said was going to fail.
Work.
They nicknamed it Walt's Folly. They gave him so much flack over it, and they said nobody would ever go see it.
But yet,
it premiered in December of 1937. The cost to develop it was a whopping $1.5 million.
That was a lot of money back then.
Which was 3 times his original budget.
wowzers.
But by May of 1939, not even 2 years later, not even, it had grossed $6.5 million in 1939. So, and now how many animated movies Tangled was their 50th animated movie. They're showing no signs of slowing down. They're now remaking all of their classic movies, their animated movies, in quote-unquote live action, but a lot of them are CGI. So the Walt Disney Corporation shows no sign of slowing down. In his lifetime, he was nominated for over 50 Academy Awards, and he won 22 Oscars.
Is that including the little ones?
I believe so. I believe they did include that.
Was that counting as 1 or was it counted as 8?
I think it was, I don't know for sure. But
because it was 1 large one and 7 small ones.
Right.
Any idea what movie that was for?
For Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. He is definitely one of the most recognizable figures. If you say Walt Disney, most people know who you're talking about because his name is on the company, his name is on all the movies, his name is on everything.
His initials are on Jungle Cruise.
Everyone knows Walt Disney. So,
but if you say Walt, everyone's like,
The dad from Breaking Bad?
He was born a poor young kid in Chicago and ended up with his estate being somewhere in like $40 million range when he passed away, December 15th, 1966. He had smoked.
Now it's worth trillions.
probably. He had smoked most of his adult life and developed lung cancer. Aww. They didn't have very good cancer treatments in those days. So
but they were learning.
Yeah. So he ended up passing away from lung cancer pretty young. As a matter of fact, 10 days, sorry. He passed away 10 days after his 65th birthday.
Well,
and of course he will be missed. He was cremated and interred. His ashes were interred in Forest Lawn, which is a large cemetery in California. There's multiples of them.
Large.
So no, his head is not under Space Mountain or under Pirates.
And if you're curious about more of that, see our Disney conspiracy theories video. Do you know any interesting facts about Walt that I haven't covered? Or want to include anything that I haven't said? Anything?
There's one thing that I want to say about Walt.
What's that?
I would have loved to meet him.
A lot of people would have loved to meet him. And a lot of people did meet him. He used to go in Disneyland and walk down Main Street.
And hand out business cards that had his signature on them.
Apparently. Hand out business cards that had his autograph for people. So he didn't have to sign autographs. Because that would have taken him all day. And that was in Saving Mr. Banks, which is an amazing movie. If you've never seen it, check it out for sure. Do you have any questions, comments? Put it down below. And as always, have a magical day. Stick around for episode number 2.
Coming out tomorrow. Support us on Patreon for special content and disabled Disney swag.
Make sure you check out our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Pinterest pages.
Hit that subscribe and bell icon to be notified when we upload a new video.
We really appreciate the likes, comments, and subscribes. Now, check out more content from our channel by clicking in your upper right-hand corner on the next video.